This is my presentation on Rocio Siegler, Assistant Data Analyst for Georgia Tech Baseball. Who is Rocio Siegler? She is the Assistant Data Analyst for Georgia Tech Baseball. She manages cameras, does paperwork, and anything else that the coaches need her to do. One of the main aspects of her position is taking data from Rapsodo and TrackMan and putting it into the database for the players to look at after practice so that they can learn and get better. Her favorite part of her job is being around the team. She grew up playing sports all her life and played 2 sports in high school, so she missed that aspect of her life whenever she was not doing the analytics job with Tech. So even though she's not on the field, she still feels like she is part of the team. The most difficult aspect of her job is doing a lot of work in a timely manner. And that sounds very difficult, but it is, because whenever you have to do the same task you'd be doing otherwise, but you have to do it faster because they demand a standard of perfection, then it really is, it's tough, and you have to be able to multitask and have to be able to go fast on things that you aren't prepared to go fast on. Building off that last answer, multitasking is the single most important aspect of her job. And she's often called on to work cameras and work with the players at the same time. So if the cameras break down, she can't slow down practice and stop working with the players. She has to do it extremely quickly or at the same time as working with the players and coaches. And sometimes if you let this speed up on you and you aren't prepared to do it, then it's just going to eat you alive. And the most important trait for those who want to get into sports management is being able to keep your cool under pressure. Oftentimes, the coaches are going to be pressuring you to do your work faster and faster, but that's just because they only have 20 hours a week to practice in college baseball. So if they don't have everything on the tight schedule that they want, then they're going to miss out and not be able to teach things that they want to teach. So why did she choose Georgia Tech? She chose Tech because she had a prior relationship with Coach Danny Hall and his staff from when her brother was being recruited to play baseball there. And that wasn't the most important reason she went there. She went there because of their stellar academics and, most importantly, their engineering program, which she is now in. So when she got to Tech, she reached out via email to Coach Hall. They brought her in for an interview, and she sat in a circle in the middle of the coaches, she said, and they rapid fire shot her questions, which she really wasn't expecting, just like a regular interview to sit down and talk. And she did well, and the coaches thought that she did very good, and I guess that's why they want multitaskers or people who are good under pressure, because she did very well in that arena. She plans on finishing her degree at Tech, and if a baseball opportunity arises, then she will look at that and maybe pursue it. But if not, she'll use her civil engineering degree from Tech in the workforce. But she's just going to go with that as time goes. If she was in high school again, she'd put more emphasis on academics early in her career. She said that her freshman and sophomore year, she kind of fell behind in some classes, and that caused her not to be able to go to Tech right out of high school. So she went to Georgia Highlands College, which is a JUCO, and transferred into Tech after her sophomore year there. However, playing sports did help her because she was able to learn team camaraderie and how to manage different personalities in an environment like that, which is something that she has to deal with at Tech today. The most important thing that I personally learned from interviewing her is that multitasking is the most important skill to master. In all of my 4 interviews, that was brought up by the interviewee, and they all preached on how important it is to be able to multitask and do multiple things at once, but not do it sloppily, do it at a high standard and very effectively. What would I do differently if I had to interview her again? I would go more in depth in her day-to-day. I asked the other people that I interviewed about their day-to-day more and kind of got more of a lens into what they do Monday through Friday. And I didn't ask her that. I would like to know, because this, if I were to work in this position someday, then I want to know that I'll like it what I'm doing day to day and not just doing some boring, mundane office work, class schedule. But she said that's important to her as well, just doing what she loved to do. And yeah, that is it. Thank you.